I would like to welcome up our incredible U.S. Congressman David Cicilline, who has been an unrelenting force for the assault weapon ban at the national level. We're so lucky to have him. Welcome, Congressman.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I know I have a lot of colleagues who are here, but I want to certainly acknowledge my senior senator, Senator Reid, who is here, my Representative Edith Ajello, who is here, and I know Senator Miller, and I'll probably get in trouble, so I'll stop there. But thank you all for being here. I feel like we go through this exercise every time there is a mass shooting in this country, where people proclaim their thoughts and prayers, and then the gun lobby hopes that the time will pass and everyone will forget about it and go on with those. And by the way, that's exactly what has happened in every instance before today. But I really hope in my heart that this time is different in this country, and your presence here today is going to help make sure that that is the case. We have one of the very first things we did in the House back in February. One of the first set of bills we passed were two pieces of legislation: universal background checks and closing the Charleston loophole. We sent those over to Mitch McConnell's desk in February, and they're sitting on his desk today. And we know background checks work because 3 million gun sales were denied because people who tried to buy guns were disqualified from buying them. They were criminals, they had other prior history, so we know they work. The problem is 1 in 5 guns are sold without a background check. It's a huge loophole. So that legislation, which the House passed in a bipartisan way, is sitting on Mitch McConnell's desk, and then the Charleston loophole, another big gaping loophole, was closed. That's also sitting on Mitch McConnell's desk. So our first course of action is to continue to keep the heat on. It's working. Mitch McConnell said today, for the first time, that he was prepared to have a conversation about background checks. That's progress. We don't need a conversation. We have a bill. It's bipartisan. It's already in the Senate. Just bring the Senate back and pass those 2 bills. And incidentally, that should be the beginning of our work to reduce gun violence in this country. We have dozens of bills. I have 3 of my own. One of them is the assault weapons ban, which as of today has 196 co-sponsors. And I was on the phone today trying to get more of my colleagues to join the fight. There is no question, if you look at the research, the increase in mass shootings and the increase in death for mass shootings as a result of the use of assault weapons is 63%. So 63% more people are killed in a mass shooting when an assault weapon is used because of their lethality, because they were designed to be used in combat, to kill as many people as you can, as quickly as you can. They do not belong in the neighborhoods of our cities, in the communities in which we live, and we need to reinstate the assault weapons ban. So I'm just here to say, and there are lots of other really good ideas to reduce gun violence in this country, and many other pieces of legislation and I hope the House Judiciary Committee is going to go back early. I've called on the chairman and our speaker to bring us back so we can move forward on a number of other gun safety proposals. There are dozens of good bills pending in the House, but none of this is going to happen without all of you, because we've watched year after year after year. The Republican Party is a wholly owned subsidiary of the gun lobby in this country. And so the only way we're going to change that is for the American people to continue to demand action and to hold them accountable if they don't do it. And so I'm here to say thank you. Many of you have been doing this for a very long time. In fact, almost all of you have been doing it for a very long time. It's making a difference. So please continue to fight and advocate and demand that the people who represent you here in Rhode Island and in Washington do everything possible to reduce gun violence and protect you from the carnage that we're seeing in this country. Thank you very much.
Wow, are we lucky. Thank you, Congressman.